Who else used silver? Well, Portugal. And yes, as you can see, silver is universal. There's Portugal here, silver coin from 1888. So there you go, one of their kings. Monday, April 14th, 2025, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Well, I think silver is going to shock the world, and silver is the biggest threat to the bankers and their dreams of control of the populace via CBDCs. Yes, it's great to get some of your questions once in a while. And if you want to ask me a question directly, you can do it through Patreon. You can contribute as little as $1 a month and get direct access to me. And why am I saying this? Well, because this is a response to someone who contacted me and said, Mario, why do they manipulate silver so much? Why do they suppress it so much? Well, and that's what we're going to look at today. Before I do, though, talking about silver and gold as well, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Miles Franklin, my U.S. precious metals affiliate. And talking about silver, they've got some great specials for pre-65 dimes and quarters, only $1.99 over spot per ounce. They've got 1 ounce silver Canadian maple leaf coins, 2025 coins, $3.49 over spot. And they've also got some gold specials. And I'd like to give a shout out as well to Dirty Man Safe. It's a great way to keep your gold and silver safe and any other items that you treasure. And if you want to find out more about Miles Franklin and Dirty Man Safe, there's details below in the description. With Dirty Man Safe, you get 10% off if you use the link below. So, yes, why do the bankers hate silver so much? Why do they keep a huge paper short, not just via COMEX, but via the LBMA? Yes, they say that they're hedging the ETFs, but we all know that that's BS, right? We all know that what they try to do is try to keep the attention from the public away from silver. We have to go back to 1980 to see that silver actually threatened the whole monetary system. Paul Volcker had to basically, with the regulators, change the rules of the COMEX in order to crash silver. The Hunt brothers, they'd been accumulating physical silver since the early 70s. And it's interesting because now we have a billionaire who has been accumulating physical silver through the COMEX. David Bateman, I think his name is. I could be wrong. But yes, he's flying a bit under the radar. So why do the bankers hate silver? Well, because silver has been the money of gentlemen, or the money of the people, for a millennium. I mean, you just have to look at the word in different languages. I'll start with French, argent, that's silver, but it's also the word for money. In Spanish, plata, that's silver, and it's the word for money as well. And I'm sure there's in a lot of other languages. I even think that in Chinese, the word for silver and bank are the same. Dollar, the word dollar is derived from the Joachim's Thaler, which was the most popular silver coin of the 16, 17, and even 1800s. It became the base for the U.S. monetary system. And I'm going to do a little experiment here. Not experiment, but I'm going to illustrate how silver has been, money everywhere. And it's a great way to collect history, the history of money. And it is by buying old circulating silver coins. That doesn't mean to say I don't buy bullion silver and bars, but I love the numismatic or the old junk, if you want to call it silver, even though it's not junk. So let's start with the United States. I have a silver dollar here from 1891. There you go, United States. I have also a 90% silver quarter from 1964. And of course, 1964 is the last year that the coinage in the US had silver. Maybe up until, I think, 71, some of the coins still had 50% silver, but it was really 1964. Let's go to South Africa, 1897, 2.5 shillings. Italy, 500 lira, and this is from 1966, silver. Let's go to the UK where I am. Well, you have a crown here, 1890 crown, beautiful coin. Queen Victoria, silver, sterling silver, 925. That's another word that's used as it defines the currency, pound sterling, all to do with silver. Again, from the UK, a shilling, which is similar to a quarter. Netherlands, I've got 1 guilder from 1966. I've even got $1 from Liberia. Yes, Liberia, 1962. I've even got some silver coinage from a place where I was born in Brazil and I grew up. And this was from 1861, 1,000 reais. You can see here, silver. They also had a 500 reais coin. There's also a 2,000 reais coin, which I have, but I didn't bring it out. So who else used silver? Well, Portugal. And yes, as you can see, silver is universal. There's Portugal here, silver coin from 1888. So there you go, one of their kings. Republic, Österreich, Republik Österreich, or Austria. And this is from 1972. So it wasn't very long ago, until very long ago, that they still had silver in Europe. 1 rupee from India, 1890. There you go. We got Victoria, the Empress of India at the time. And then we've got 5 francs, 1821. 5 French francs, 1821. And we've got Louis. What Louis is this? The 18th. Here you go, 5 francs. There's Louis. I've got a few more here. Southern Rhodesia, present-day Zimbabwe. Even they had sterling silver coinage. The Swiss, they used silver coinage until 1967. I've got a 1 franc coin from 1952. Papua New Guinea. What year is this? I think it's somewhere in 1938. And they're a sterling silver shilling had a hole in it, I guess you could put a string through if you had a lot and put it around your neck to carry it around. And last but not least, I've got 1 shilling from Australia, 1910. So Australia was on a silver coinage as well. And the reason the bankers hate it is because it's out of their control. It's in your hands, and it's a great currency that circulates and holds its value over time. It's much better than these pieces of paper here, 20 pounds, 10 euros. And it's much better than using this plastic, in my opinion. And why do the bankers don't want you using silver? Why don't they want the public to wake up to how convenient and how great silver is? Well, because when you use these, or if they bring in a CBDC, they profit from every transaction you make. They can keep track of what you're doing. They can tax you as well. The government can tax you. By now, I hope you understand that the governments and the bankers work together. But with these coins, it's all very private. And I think that's why they try to keep silver from shining out there. And they do it through price manipulation. They do it through propaganda. They talk about silver being only an industrial metal, even though in my eyes, silver is still money, just like gold. Gold is different. Gold is more of a wealth preservation currency, I would say, or money. It's something that you save, something a bit more valuable than silver, but it can also be used as currency, of course. If you buy a big ticket, high price item, you can use gold, or you can use a lot of silver, but it's more convenient to use the gold. And it's that simple why they want to keep silver down. But I've been noticing that people are becoming more and more, how can I say, they want things that are of better quality now. I think it's how can I say, the trend, the fashions, or the sentiment is changing. People, I think, are going to move away from wanting too much convenience. Of course, convenience is good, but it can be something that people, it can be too much of a good thing, I think. And what do I mean by that? I think people want beauty more in stuff. They want to be, they want to lead a life that's more, not always rushing around. And I think, all these things that are great-grandfathers or grandfathers, great-great-grandfathers, the way they lived with the coinage like this is going to come back, and it's going to shock the world. You might think I'm crazy, but I can see already that people are changing the way they dress. I was watching the Masters yesterday, and I think the golf. 20 years ago, if you looked at the patrons, they call the fans watching at the course, they were very casual, but now I can see that people are dressing up even to go watch the golf. Things are changing, I think, and it's all cycles. And I think, silver is part of that, and silver is going to come back. And it's interesting, I've got my mug today here. And talking about mugs and merch for the channel, I've asked Wide Awake Clothing to design some merch for the channel, because I've given up on Teespring. The quality is not very good. But I've got a mug from over 5 years ago when Billy was still alive, and this was even before Silver Squeeze in 2021, and and I did this here. Billy says, snore on and keep stacking. Why do I say that? Keep stacking. Well, because ETFs are the bankers' instruments to keep you away from real silver, and that's why I don't like ETFs. And I know some people use it to trade, and that's fine. But if you really believe in the power of silver and the fact that we need to go back, in my opinion, to silver, it's the only thing that will save us from tyranny, the tyranny of the CBDC. And we're going to look at where the markets are this morning. It's 8:35 a.m. London time. So we've got spot gold at 32.32. It's down about $4. High's been 32.46. The low has been 32.08. Spot silver is at 32.23. It's now only down about 4 cents, but it's been as low as 31.80. Yes, the bankers are gonna fight till the death here with silver, and but I'm gonna keep stacking silver. I'm gonna also keep a hold of my silver miners, or even increase my positions. So how's the stock market doing in terms of the response to Trump exempting mobile phones and computers from the tariffs, and then Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, coming out, and even Trump came out as well, saying it's only temporary. I guess they don't want to lose face because it looks like Apple, is it Tim Cook, gave Besant a call and said, you got to stop this. Apple is gonna get hurt. So the stock market is higher, but not that much higher. I would say it's not really going up as much as it did when they came out with a 90-day pause. We've got the Dow up less than 1%, 288. The NASDAQ 100 is up 1.5%. I guess that's understandable. And the S&P is up 1.2%. As far as the currencies go, they've rebounded a little bit here. The euro is up 0.25%. The pound up 1/3. The Swiss franc is pretty much unchanged. Someone asked me if I could cover also the other currencies, so we'll do that. The Aussie dollar, that's up 0.5% versus the dollar at 63.18. Let's look at the Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar is up almost 1% at 58.71. The Japanese yen, well, the dollar is down 0.5% versus the Japanese yen at 142.70. In terms of the commodities, general commodities, we've got WTI crude up 0.33% at 61.31. High-grade copper is up 0.75% at 4.60. Of course, recently we made all-time highs in copper. We've seen a correction, but I think we're going to go back up towards 5 eventually. And to finish off, let's quickly look at the bond market. 10-year Treasury yield is down slightly, only 1.5 basis point at 4.48. What about in the UK? Well, the situation in the UK isn't any better. The 10-year yield is almost, well, it was up at 4.80 earlier. It's now 4.75. 30 years approaching, well, it's at 5.51. So with that, I'm going to wish you all a very good day. Take care. Bye.